Joe Phantomaniacs, welcome to the newest unboxing here on the Needless Things YouTube channel. Today we're looking at two members of Ninja Force, the evil Cobra Ninja Force. Actually, is that even right? Because, like, isn't Ninja Force specifically Joe? Like, or is it... I don't know. I wasn't collecting at the time, and I'll be honest with you, I haven't dug too deep into the lore of Ninja Force. I haven't got that far. I was rereading the Real American Hero comics, and then I kind of hit a pause and haven't gotten back to it. So I still haven't read, like, all the Ninja Force comics. It doesn't matter. We're looking at Cobra Ninjas Slice and Dice. I am assuming this is Slice and this is Dice. Until recently, I knew almost nothing about these characters other than they existed. I believe they showed up in the DDP comics, if I'm remembering correctly, but it's been a long time since I read those. But let's take a look and see if these are awesome classified figures. And it looks like they are. That's why I ordered them. Matter of fact, that's the only reason I ordered them, because I really didn't have a whole lot of interest in classified ninjas. Like, I've got some of them, but, like, when I heard the names, I was like, okay, whatever. But then when I saw the figures, they were immediately, these look like amazing action figures, so I'm going to order them. Oh, and I love the, look at the side, the Ninja Force look, like that pink in the background. Very cool. I really like this artwork. Looks good. You got that new packaging, that's the 2-pack, possibly also the same as the pet packaging. Now, you know what would have been nice is if that backdrop piece in the box had been that electric pink color. That would have been really cool, but they didn't do that. I get it. I get it. They're scared. I understand. They're scared of the colors. And, you know, with the reactions that have occurred with certain things, I kind of understand. Oh man, that's a load of stuff. Tons of accessories. I do, right out of the box, so to speak, I do have a bit of a complaint in that we've got some absolutely beautiful metallic silver pieces here, and then we've got this silver plastic that, like, right off the bat just doesn't look as good. Like, it's one thing when two separate releases have, that is crazy that those blades are on that hat. That's so good. You know, it's one thing when two separate releases have different methods of portraying a material, but when they're right there in the box together, it really, like, look at this. This right next to that, this just looks so bad. Oof. I wish, you know, certainly I would like to have a line-wide aesthetic, as in, if something is metallic silver, this is how we do it, period, across the line. But at least within the same packaging. You'll have to excuse me. My throat is a little dry today, so I'm having to hydrate during my reviews, which I don't normally do. And I'm doing a lot of reviews today. I'm really backed up, so I'm trying to knock a lot of things out. I don't even know, today is October 4th, and I don't even know when this review is going up. It's not going to be in the coming week, because I've got spooky stuff to review. And these have already been sitting here for like 2 weeks now. So it does get to a point sometimes where I wonder, is it even worth reviewing anymore? But, you know, G.I. Joe Classified always gets the views. It's just nice to get it as early as I possibly can. Hate the tape so much. So much. So yeah, I got, these came, oh, I think that, was this Pulse exclusive? I think this was Pulse exclusive. So obviously this came from Pulse. careful. Don't want to tear any of those pieces off. So let's put Slice's stuff up there. We'll get Dice out of here, and then we'll Dice. Hey! Hickory dickory dock. Wouldn't that be something? Let's just cast Andrew Dice Clay as Dice in the G.I. Joe Ninja Force movie. How would that be received? How would that announcement go? Is, hey, we've decided on the next G.I. Joe live action movie. And what we're going to do is a sequel to Snake Eyes Origins, but it's going to be all of Ninja Force. That's our plan. That's what we've decided on. I would love to see the reception to that announcement. That would be a lot of fun. Whoa, almost lost that head. Okay. So we're going to start with the Dice Man, since he's who's in front of me. Oh, all the extra kibble, the overlay pieces. Okay, so this is nice and snug. Let's zoom in. There we go. This chest piece is nice and snug. The belt is snug. I am happy with those. We've got these armor pieces also nice and snug. The biceps are going to be, they're going to be tricky anyway, just because of the shape. They've done a really nice job with these overlays. I'm impressed. And let's see, what have we got going on with the sleeves here? The shoulder. See, look at that. There's just not much you can do with a bicep. Because if it's supposed to sit centrally on the bicep, then that's just, how does it stay in place? Unless it's just a sculpted part of the figure, and I get that they're not going to do that. But I could always put a little dab of glue there if I wanted to. So these are fixed. These do not rotate as I thought they might. So that is going to limit mobility a bit. But it is a softer plastic, so it does move a little bit. This mask is wacky. So, okay, let's do this. So here's this guy. And then here is the Dice that I bought. I found someone on eBay selling all these Ninja Force figures for what I thought was a very good price. So I bought a ton of Ninja figures a few months ago. I talked about it on Audible Interlude. Just got deal after deal after deal, felt like. So I think I bought a total of like 8 or 9 of the Ninja figures that I'd never ever had before. So comparison-wise, you can see they've added on this belt piece, which I'm okay with because this figure does look a little plain in that middle area. Gigantic knee pads, which this one does not have. And I do prefer this look. So from the waist down, I prefer the classified look. This figure's cool, though. I mean, it's very different, very unique. And then from the waist up, they've basically sort of replicated this guy. They extended the shoulder pieces out a little further. I will say I like the skin tone on the original more. I wish they had gone with a different skin tone for him. But otherwise, looks good. They added in the ties on the back because I don't believe he's got a little tie back there, but I don't believe he ever had the soft goods like some of these figures did. You can see he's super loosey-goosey. I need to look up how to fix the looseness of these figures because they're kind of all like this. Now, note, though, he has a little tattoo right here that I don't believe... Yeah, they didn't bother with on him. Which, with that armor piece there, maybe I don't care all that much. So I'm sure we've seen some of these parts before. These are probably like Storm Shadow version 2 legs or something like that. But I'm not worried about it because this character looks so different and unique. He's just cool. They've just done a really nice job with this one. Plastic feels good. That right elbow is a little loose, but he's not going to have trouble holding poses. Your mileage may vary on how you feel about a torso that moves like this. I'm okay with it because the ratchets still work and hold in place. And if you do like that, it's not an egregious amount of loose shaking around. But that mask is so unique and interesting. I really dig that. Awesome figure. Look at his weird upturned toes, which are not present on the original. So I'm not sure what the deal is there. But it's something different. It's something interesting. And that waist overlay is softer plastic, so it's not going to interfere with the articulation, really. I don't know how I'm going to pose these guys, because they're something very dynamic, obviously. I mean, they're ninjas. Come on. So Dice is awesome. I dig it. Set him off to the side. We'll take a look at these accessories. Comes with an alternate mask, which is great, but I'm just not using... Well, I didn't buy the blue ninjas, and I'm just not really using these Oni masks. I think they're awesome, and I'm glad that the classified team is getting to cut loose with stuff like this, but I won't be using it. That's great. And then we've got the unmasked version, which is a really nice portrait that I might save aside for if I want to make a more singular looking Cobra Trooper or something. That scar across the face looks really good. Those thick eyebrows are great. Almost got kind of a Yul Brynner thing going on. Again, won't be using it, but really dig it. And then he's got the Naginata. That is kind of an upgrade from the originals. Really nice painted metal blade. Great sculpting. And then this, just an interesting little piece of work down here. Is it possible? I mean, is that intentional? Isn't that interesting? Huh. I've got two of the axes. Again, that painted metal looks so good. And all that detailed sculpt on these. Really, really nice. I think these are probably what I'm going to give the character on the shelf. Imagine just getting cracked. I mean, obviously the business end of these is terrifying. But just imagine getting cracked in the head with that pommel right there. A number of alternate hands. You've got trigger finger hands and fist for punching. Now, what I will say is there's no storage on this guy. I would have liked a loop on the back of that gear to store the Naginata, or a couple of loops for the axes, but there's nothing. Absolutely no storage. A little disappointed in that, considering how much new tooling is right here. And then we've got Slice. So here's our original and the new version. And I will, look, I'll admit, I'm kind of disappointed. Oh, I just realized his torso's all bent out there. It's crazy looking. I am disappointed that all the spots on the original are not on this one. I do like this sort of smoky look they did on the chest here. But, I mean, this looks great and unique and cool. And this just doesn't have it. It does have added shoulder armor. I like the detail. Like, that's cool, but I'd rather have the spots or stars or whatever those are. I guess they're stars. I've got a belt that's very similar there, although upgraded, like you can tell. And then extra armor. Oh, yeah, again, really loose. The armored forearms. Upgraded shin armor. So this figure looks great, but it doesn't quite capture like this is just a unique look. It does have the cross-hatched mesh. It doesn't stand out as much as it does on the original, the faceplate, but it is there. That texture is there. We'll zoom in so you can really see it. See, it's there. It's just more subtle. I like it. I think it looks great. And look at the way that they've done the sort of clips here. You can see on the other one it had the soft goods tie on it. This one has softer plastic. I like that. Added it to the mask up there. Also a nice touch. Now we do have, oh, now that's interesting. Huh. So we've got storage here, and I'll have to take a look at what he came with to see how I feel about how it's designed. Again, plastic feels good. We're in a spot right now where everything like plastic quality has not been an issue in a little bit. All the sculpted detail. I mean, look, like I said, classified's in a good place right now. Let's zoom back out a bit. I almost don't like the effect that, now that I'm looking more closely at it, I almost don't like this effect because now this red doesn't match the surrounding red as well. But I do like that they've got the black paint on the gi right here. I don't know, he's got a distinctive look. Still an awesome figure. Okay, now let's look at accessories. We've got another alternate portrait that I won't use, but that looks awesome. Very intimidating, very cool. And it has that great metallic look. Again, it's the painted silver. It's not really a silver even. It's a almost platinum-y looking. Looks great. Alternate hands. Same range of alternate hands. The default on the figure are trigger finger hands, and then we've got hands for chopping and fist for punching. And I do not recall the names of any of these weapons from my Ninja Turtles days. But we've got these stabby fist dagger things that are cool. I like them. But they're molded in that, as I've always called it, that plastic that Hasbro thinks looks like metal. We've got these sick hook swords that have always made me kind of queasy, honestly. Really nice sculpt, great painted detail. I just wish the whole things were painted. A couple of smaller blades that really look kind of plain and aren't as impressive. Like from this flat sculpt here to the lack of paint, these are not super. And then a single tiny sai that, again, the sculpting is not that impressive on this. This flatness of it is kind of weird. But maybe that's a type of sai that I'm just not familiar with. And that stores on that gauntlet right there, which is cool. And is an added detail. So let's take a look on the back. So that seems pretty clearly for these, right? Although I do wonder if the other ones could fit back there. I just don't like the exposed blades. So those can also fit back there. So I don't know how I'm going to... Those actually almost make a little more sense. But either one fits. Or either set fits. I don't know how I'm going to pose Slice on the shelf. I'm not sure. But anyway, there you go. Oh, no, wait. I'm not done. Oh, gosh. And see, this is where it gets tough because we've got these great extra pieces that make them not look like the original characters, but are really awesome. We've got this sort of cape type piece that I guess you pop this off to make that work. I don't know who's supposed to have the hat. So the hat is big enough. Well, the hat slash shield slash throwing weapon. I bet it fits best on that. No, not necessarily. It's just sort of open. That, you do not have to pop the head off to put that on. So just to throw it on there and get the look, you can do that. You can put it on either figure. You can mix and match, do whatever. They're just really cool pieces, and I don't know that I'll be using them. So there you go. That's Slice and Dice, two awesome ninjas with a lot of posing options, a lot of accessory options. I think this is one of the better two-pack deals we've gotten from Classified. I'm very happy with it. And I have no idea exactly how I'm going to put them on the shelf. Lots of decisions to be made. Thanks for watching. Please like, subscribe, share, tell your friends about Needless Things. And until next time, Cobra Ninja.
Smash that like button if you like Needless Things.